What is up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video, and today is going to be something very unique. We're going to do another mini project, but we're going to do something that has never been done before, and that is going to be making an inverted wooden roller coaster. So you might be asking, how on earth am I going to be doing this? Well, I have a few ideas, and I tested out some stuff that actually would slightly work. It's a little janky, of course, but that's to be expected, but it does kind of work. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to use the Mind Melt, which is the SLC. This is going to be we're going to be using the trains and everything of this coaster. So this is basically going to be what we're going to use for the ride itself, kind of, for the actual train to run on and everything. So, and then we're going to retrace it with wooden track. So that's kind of how it's going to go for this series. So let's go ahead and we're going to go 22 feet at 30 degrees. Now, since this would be kind of like a prototyped ride in real life, if it was real, I think this ride would easily be very small. So that's one thing that we're going to keep in account here, that this ride is going to be much smaller than everything else. So what we're going to start off here is I'm going to turn the banking offset on. What we're going to do is basically create a little drop track here. Go 30 degrees. We're going to start things off by just doing the, just doing the first drop and everything like that. And now we have to get to this part where we make the interesting part, and that is going to be the wooden coaster track. So what we're going to go do, we can kind of select whatever one we want. We'll just do the monster, I guess, because it makes sense. We're going to line this up. We're actually going to line the track pieces up with one another. At the edges, we need to make sure we're right on the edge. And line that track piece up with the other one. Like I said, this is going to be very janky. We're going to be adjusting this. Again, this is not the final adjustment. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to go in here. We're going to be at, we'll put it at 22 feet. And we're going to have to invert it, basically. We're going to have to get this upside down. That's going to be our base here. So now we're going to take this, and now it's important that we line up this track with this. So we're going to basically place that wooden track and make sure it's covering up that track, kind of like so. And this is what I did. This is what I did to make it slightly work. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna edit, and then we're just going to build this through, and basically just build the wood coaster here. So we'll be at 22. And we want to make sure that we completely outline it properly. So up here, we need to go at, where were we at? Did we just go to 19? I think we just went to 19. No, we were still at 22, weren't we? Yeah, we were still at 22. And this is the spot where we went down to 13. I think it was. Or was it 9? No, that had been 13. I think once we start to do this, making offset, we have to kind of do it backwards at -7 because we're... Actually, no, we want 7 there, don't we? No, it's -7. Okay, so this would be 15, 30, 45, and then we want 30. There we go. That's the spot we need it in. And then we'll go here until we get gentler. And that to 0. And straighten this out, and 180. There we go. And now you can see we have it, the first drop retraced. So now we're gonna go back here, delete the station, and just keep what we have here. So now if we go to the actual ride itself, we're gonna change a few things. First off, we're going to change the track color to kind of resemble I think a wood coaster a little bit better by getting some browns in here. Just like so. And then we also need to get rid of the, we actually do need to get rid of the supports, which I should have done at the beginning, but no track supports, because our wood coaster is going to be our track supports. Now there is a catwalk here that is not going to really work for us, so we're probably going to have to do a custom one overall. So what we'll need to do is get rid of that catwalk that's built in, because it wouldn't be so bad if it didn't start to go through the get head chopped right there. So it wouldn't technically work all that much or all that well right here. So should be able to get rid of those. As far as I know, I remember getting rid of them. Chain lift speed, really? Where is the option to get rid of the catwalk? I mean, there should be an option to get rid of the catwalk. I remember there being an option to get rid of the catwalk. Interesting. I thought there was a way to can't get rid of the catwalk. Alright, well that's fine. We'll roll with it. As you can see, it kind of fits. But if we go in and zoom in a little bit here, you can kind of see how this is going to look. So there's a couple things here. Obviously the chain lift or the lift itself is a little bit underneath, so we could potentially have to do something about that. And then if you go over here, you can see like the normal pieces of track actually don't look too bad. And I could see it having a steel backbone just for reinforcements, but the track itself would be wooden, so it would classify it as a wooden coaster. But you can see the reason why I chose these trains, because I think they kind of fit the best onto the track, because it uses the Aero style. These are Vekoma style, where the chassis is on the insides instead of the outside, so it kind of fits. The only thing is the wheels are going to kind of clip through up there, but it's very, very much not super noticeable, so it kind of still works. So that's going to be the idea we're going to go with. And again, I do think this kind of layout would be very small. So we're not going to go for the first one. If you guys end up liking this kind of thing, or liking this creation, I might, just might, do a larger version maybe, but that's a big maybe. All right, so our next element, we're gonna go turn a little bit like right here. We're gonna have a curve, and it's gonna go down, and we're gonna curve back start curving around the other way. Have a big, kind of like a twist and turn kind of element going in here. There we go. And I don't want to get too far because I want to remember what we do here. So we need, sometimes it can be really hard to select the next piece. So come on. Work with me. I don't know why it's so hard to select, or so hard to do the next piece. Okay, so that will work. All right, so we're gonna go 15. And we should be about on track still. We're still at 22.99. Okay, so I think we went to 1, 2, 30. I think we went to 45, and then go down 1. Yep, that's it. And then we're gonna go, and then level it out, and go back to 0, and then go back to 180. This will go to 15. So 15, 30, 45. And we're gonna start swooping down here until we get back down to 0. And that would be our next one. So we gotta smooth it exactly the same too for it to be where we want to go. So I also want to point out that this is going to be probably a very small and short layout as well. We are going to keep it very short for the purpose of it being a first of its kind. It's going to be a small prototype coaster, so so with that in mind, let's start going up here. That's why I'm trying to use just angle snap pieces, so I can keep everything where we need it. Everything is gonna stay where we want it. So a few twists and turns. All right, we're gonna do, I think when we turn here, we're gonna start doing we're gonna do a sharper turn, 30 degrees. And then we're gonna roll around here. Might go ahead and finish the layout. Pretty simple movements here that should be pretty easy to go by. We're gonna do a little bit of, maybe if we're lucky, there'll be a pop of airtime right there. And then hopefully the smooth tool will help us out a bit. And then we're at 6 feet right there. We need to get back to 11 feet. Here's 12. We're going to build backwards here a bit. We'll have a block section. And a few friction brakes. Bow, 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 da, bow, 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 da, da. All right, we'll do 45 here. I don't know if this brake run will be long enough, but we'll try. Friction brakes. Go there. We're actually going to, once we get down here, we'll auto connect. And hopefully we can retrace that on the wood coaster well enough. Like I said, it's going to be a mini, very small layout because it would be marketed as first of its kind, so it's going to have a very small mini layout. You know, it's only 60. 60, like just over 60 feet tall, you know, nothing crazy. Alright, we'll do that there because that's going to be an auto-completed piece. And now we have to do one of the tricky things, and that's literally just try and select any of this. We can. I don't want to select another piece. There we go. That will work, and the best way is to delete the previous piece, and then now we can start building again. And another reason why I'm making this a little more simple again is because it will just make it easier overall for everything. That's 180. My hopes is that it always will line up the tracks properly, but we could potentially have to do a bit more with it. Alright, let's go 30. Wait, it's not 30. I thought it was 30. I must have messed something up. Alright, that's 15 going down, 0 going that way. So it should be 15, and I thought it was 30 degrees. Oh no, it only does that drop once. That's what it was. Alright, and then we'll come around here. $180. Back to 0. 0. Alright, we're almost to the home stretch. Almost there. Home stretch. And then once we get to the bottom here, it is a autocomplete, which should, in theory, do the same thing. Alright, so now that we got that layout kind of set up, we can start to do a little bit of smoothing. This is going to be the interesting part, or one of the interesting parts, because we have to do the exact same smoothing for it to do what we want. So I think what we're gonna do is smooth out all the way to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll select the other wood, or the wood coaster, or the wood structure. We did 6 from here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in theory, that should keep it aligned just fine. So we're gonna kind of do the whole ride that way. We want to smooth it out, but at the same time, we got to be careful. I'm not gonna do my normal smoothing method here. It's gonna be just kind of a little different. So we're gonna go right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to the wood coaster. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We go zoom in. You can see that it is looking the way it's supposed to. Go to our regular track here. I think we're gonna go right about there to about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One wrong movement can mess this whole thing up, alignment-wise. Or it can make it a lot more difficult than it needs to be. Alright, we'll do that piece. Go the turnaround all the way up to the top of the hill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're gonna go back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we'll leave it the way it is. Okay, and then the last section should be here and here to the brake run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, select our last part here for the wood coaster, or the wood section, and we'll smooth out this last section as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now it's time to see how well we kind of lined up here by testing. That's the interest, or the... Don't know if we'd want to go with that. We're probably going to go seat view. But this is looking pretty legit. Not too bad, actually. If we can add a few more details with scenery and such, we could get this looking pretty legit, probably, if we're lucky. I mean, it kind of looks like a wood coaster. I mean, you see that rail kind of comes through a few times, but... definitely interesting. But I do just kind of like picture a very tiny layout for like a first of its kind ride like this. It's not perfect, like the lining up of the railing's not perfect, but I think it works. We can kind of see what it looks like off-ride. If we block section it, we can put 2 trains on. It's definitely interesting, though. It's different. Look at that, though. Goes up the lift. I've been wanting to do something like this. So basically, what gave me the idea of this is when Coaster Gnome on my Discord actually asked if you could do an inverted launch on a wood coaster, and so I went to test out, but I actually went in, ended up doing this as well, or testing out this concept, where I could make like an inverted wood coaster. So I ended up kind of making this concept as well, so, and to my surprise, it worked out pretty well. Like, I think this is legit pretty good. Optional catwalk. How would the catwalk work? I guess that kind of works. It does, but it doesn't. I'll probably add a platform underneath, is what I'll do. On some of these sections, we'll add a platform underneath it. That would work out. Oh, I gotta push the... Darn you. Darn you. It's, the collision is saying that this wood coaster's in the way, so it won't allow me to place anything else. Or like, it won't allow me to place the entrance and exit because it is blocked. If that makes sense. I can place it now, but that has to be out of the way for me to do that, which makes no sense because I can it will literally allow me to do this, and hopefully I'm not, and hopefully I get this back where I need it without messing anything up. think that's it right there. Okay. Oop. Up. But yes, that's the concept right there, basically. So we have those nice little short layout for the ride, and I think now we're gonna go ahead and build a ride platform and everything to kind of get started here. Go with some concrete pieces here. For entrance and exit. And I like to turn the grid size down to where I can do this pretty well. I actually think we're going to put a concrete platformer all the way across here. I think it will look fine. Oop, all right. And then I'm gonna slightly raise it just so it's above the platform there. Right there. All right, we're gonna do some concrete walls. These in the right spot. And that will get us at least our platform for the ride. We'll have a load platform and such for this ride. I can see a spot we missed that we didn't get placed in there yet. So we gotta fix it. Right there. Apparently I didn't fill that in properly. And hopefully we don't have fighting textures. If we do, oh well. Alright, so there's our ride platform, and now we need to get some wood construction going. I'm going to do some wood, just use some wooden pieces, I think. We're going to get some window pieces for the operator. Change the color of it. There he is. There it is, there it is. Alright, that might actually be a little bit too far over, so probably want to go about right there. And that gives him a little mini window. Get a mini window there. Actually might do the same thing on this side. Put that there. And then we'll make that window as big or as small as we want there. Put some small windows there. Put a overhead piece that's gonna go like right there. Close the station in. And then the outside portions of the station we're gonna keep open. So we're gonna do kind of like this number. Same color going here. And then we'll just put some fencing up there. Trying to do something a little bit unique for my my building here. Something different. I try to add something new each time if I can. You know, keep it fresh. Alright, well, we will. I think we are going to go ahead and get an exit path kind of flowing over here. It is going to come out. We're going to get down here. And run underneath the lift hill like that. And that'll be good. Alright, let's go back to our, we're gonna go back to our wall pieces and go concrete. And make our ramps here. There we go. For our exit, go ahead and edit in here, and we're gonna find a some nice fencing. Fence. What do we want to use? Something that will look good. I might use the smaller, maybe the smaller version of this. But we're gonna add a few more details here. So over here, we're gonna add another post here for the doorway. Kind of like so. Probably could use something else that would work better maybe, but for now, that's what we're rolling with. All right, as for a roof, let's go with something a little more gradual. Right there. And we're gonna quick make our roof skeleton real quick. Go with something a little bit darker toned this time around. Okay. There, and about right there. And go to the up top. Meet in the middle. Grab some smaller pieces. Pieces that will fit. Basically. I'm gonna go just in between there. Just in between there. Go across there. And just kind of branch off some other pieces here. I try to get unique with my skeletons and make them look a little bit different each time, if I can. Okay, so while we're pretty far along here, get those deselected. I do want those inside if possible. Well, of course I don't have, of course I missed a spot. Imagine that. We would never miss a spot, would we? Never. There we go. Okay, let's go to the middle. Middle there, middle there, middle here, middle here, and middle here, and middle here. I think we might just stick with this roofing, at least as of right now. And we got a nice little station working up for us. Nice little station coming up. Pretty nice, don't you think? And we'll come across here for the window. It's all about the detail. Little details like this make the difference, you know? There we go, there we go. I think it's the exact same on the other side. So hopefully this will work the way I'm hoping. Do it there, and then we're gonna go all the way down here. Do there, do that there, and boom. Nice little unique station going there. last thing I might do is make this coming across here. I'll make it look a little bit better on that side, on the inside here. And we're just gonna make sure we do that over here too. Whatever we did there, we gotta do here as well. Okay. And just like that, we have an inverted wooden coaster going for us. Isn't that crazy? That's still, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing that we were able to pull something like this off. And does it look great? I mean, it could look better. We might actually add some like custom wide supports to this maybe later on. We'll see. But yeah, I think we're gonna leave this first episode off here. I think we got a decent amount done. We got the whole layout and the whole ride done, and we just got a good station kind of started. So I think I might end this episode here, and we'll go off from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this new interesting mini-series for this one. You said you wanted to see more mini-series, so I had the idea of doing something weird and unique. So like I said, this is such a small layout, mostly because it's a prototype. And it's kind of a prototype just building-wise, too, because it's like, I don't think anyone's really kind of tried to do an inverted wood coaster. Maybe someone has, you know, and if they have, you know, I'm curious of how they did it, but, or what they did, but this is how I decided to do it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you think about this idea, and if you're excited to see more. So that's gonna about do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure you have a great day and even cooler tomorrow, guys. Thanks so much, and goodbye.